Hey guys, I was sandblasting and water started coming through the air hose. I bought this air filter and it's supposed to drain water out the bottom, and it has threads so you can attach a drain hose to it. So you're not supposed to use any thread on it, any synthetic oils in this anywhere. This is, you pull this lever and it releases the shield, but it also holds the plastic, glass, whatever in shape. I think that's hard plastic. Has a rubber seal at the top. You should keep lubricated, and it looks pretty lubricated out of the box. So that goes on. This goes on to protect it, hold it in place. Twist, it goes back on. Has threads in the drain, so you can drain that away from your device, and you just pull on it to release it. The threads are bigger than the 3/8 thread, so they give you this adapter. You simply screw the adapter in, screw the 3/8 in. Well, to use quick disconnects, I can only use a quick disconnect on one side. I'm going to have to permanently wire the other, but that's okay. I took a short piece of hose and dedicated it to the sandblast cabinet. So I'll just take the hose and attach directly into one side of it, and I'll put a quick disconnect on the other end, and that'll let me attach the quick disconnect hose to this hose, which is permanently mounted in the sandblast cabinet. Now let me use it. Since my sandblast cabinet is mounted here and I don't want to take this hose out of it, I'll just put it on while it's on there. So I'll take some Teflon tape. You really only need one thickness, and people say you got to wrap this a certain way. If you get it embedded into threads, doesn't matter which way you put it. But technically, people say you're supposed to wrap it the direction that you're going to screw the top on. So you just want to embed those into the threads. Makes it mount easier, keeps it from moving as you put it on. So what's going to happen, in this case, I also want to do the adapter. I'll say that it's figuratively freezing in the shop tonight since my hands are so cold, but in reality it's literally below freezing also. So you just want to embed those down in those threads so that when you thread that on, flow of air is this side to this side. So this is the output, so I'll just put that on the output. As you can see, that Teflon tape, I deliberately wound it to what's considered the wrong way, but I pressed it into the threads and it went on with no problems. Did not cross thread, did not tear the Teflon off as it went. This is a little flimsy. Be careful not to damage it. Okay, so I've got a pair of vice grips on that because I don't have a wrench thin enough to get on that thin nut. So I'll thread this on. Okay, it's as tight as I'm going to put it. That should seal just fine. And I'll thread this one on too. Now, water in your sandblast media is bad. In this particular stuff, the black diamond that I'm using, when it gets wet, it won't go through the hose. So it gets too heavy, too dense, whatever, to go through the hose. It actually clumps. So I'm going to press this down into the threads. And then I want to thread it into this. As you can see, if you press it down in the threads, doesn't matter which way you wind it, it's going to work right. So, tighten this on. Now, typically Harbor Freight uses a cheap pot metal. I wouldn't go overboard on tightening those threads. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and use up my Harbor Freight cheap quick disconnects. But as I need more, I'm going to buy the next level up. They leak less. Okay, once again, so I wound that on, and I'll put that in. Now I'll tighten it. There we go. Let's see if it leaks. Here's something, so I'm going to tighten these just a little bit more. That one's as tight as it will go. That one will go a little more. And it's tight. So I want to hang that just like that, so when this fills up with water, it's pressurized, so all I got to do is push on this and blow the water right out of it. So there you go. That's how you install that. Okay, I just finished the session. As you can see, I'm filthy because I reached parts in and out of the cabinet. I'm also filthy everywhere. But I wanted to post an update on this. I put this on, did about a 30-minute session, maybe 45 minutes of using the cabinet, sandblasting some stuff. When I started, before I put this on, there was water coming out of the sandblaster, and water is not a good thing in your blasting media. So I installed this. Let's see what it did. I can feel water. So let's see what it did. If there's any water going to come out. So I just want to push this up. You can't see it because of the nature of the high pressure, but there was water in there. I could see it down in the tank at the bottom, and it's going now. And there was probably 2 or 3 ounces. And I can also feel water collecting here, coming out of the air hose. So there's water definitely in the air hose, but none of it got into the tank. So this was about $10. I think with the 20 off coupon, I might have got it for 7 or 8. I don't actually remember. It was the cheapest one they had that looked like it would work. It was well worth the price because it kept the water out of the sandblaster. So easy to put on. Pick up a quick disconnect if you don't have them already. It's well worth having. So if you get water, if you're getting water in your sandblast, this will help take it out. It's probably not a 100% effective, but it does work. If you like the videos, please subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.